right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into the Unsuck Your Sales series. I am Brittany Young, an executive coach for female financial experts. And today we're going to talk a little bit about why content, marketing, you posting, all of that doesn't matter if you do not have a sales process that helps you convert sales. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, but there is no doubt that your content is important, right? It's important to converting prospects into clients. It's important to leverage it in a way that you can talk to your existing audience, new people coming in, people that are ready to buy, or those who are loyal to you, have been following you for quite some time. But if you're getting on a sales call and you don't know what questions to ask, you don't have a clear system or framework that you're walking clients through, or maybe you're being way too technical in your financial speak when you're trying to sell, this training is for you. And I think it's really important that you have a sales process that ultimately helps you create confidence and trust within yourself. And then it begins to show up in your content. Because I could create killer marketing and flyers, postcards, putting myself out there online. My posts are getting so much traction. And then if people are booking calls with me and my conversion rate is really low, let's say 20%, which that's what the standard industry within finance actually is. It's 20%. Because the sales process is non-existent, or simply you just don't know what to ask or how to ask specific sales questions to that prospect. So your process, yes, your sales process is going to help you create that confidence and consistency and trusting yourself, and it's going to shift into your content. And this could look like anywhere from a killer sales script to, building out a sales funnel. And what I mean by sales funnel isn't like I need all these funnels in the world where I'm, using HoneyBook or ClickUp or any of this. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's fine. But what I mean by a funnel is, how do I initiate conversation, get said person to want to book a call, booking a call, having the call, asking the questions, and so on and so forth. So I have been talking to several financial experts, even this week. And I had one lately say, I get really shy or kind of shut down. I lean out of sales. I don't communicate the value of what I offer. And I actually don't even know what a sales process looks like. I don't know how to market myself first. And then when it gets to a sales call, if somebody does get on my calendar, I have no idea what to say. So, my sales are at 0 right now, and I want to get to 10, 15, 20, 30, 50K months, but I'm struggling to get there because of this large yet small tweak. So here's what I have to say about this. Honestly, you could create minimal marketing simply by sharing value, online in different groups, or, like putting out postcards, putting yourself out there, letting people know who you are, what it is that you do. You could do all of that, and explain who you're working with and how you do that. Plus, if you had a killer sales process alongside of a minimal marketing strategy, such as content, okay? So we're just going to talk about content. That's something that I help with. If you had minimum content, okay, as a marketing strategy and a killer sales process, you're still going to make more money. Sales is the lifeblood of your business. It is the foundation of your business. Foundational work, basics is what we need in order to create revenue in our business. We can build off of basics. So your sales process is that basic foundation. Marketing, content, flyers, postcards, putting your name on a mug, all of that is secondary to knowing how to sell your services. But if you don't have a proven sales process, your content will ultimately do you a disservice, even if it's minimal, because you're not winding up on sales calls anyway. So you have nobody to communicate exactly what you do, right? When you start shifting your sales process, it creates a level of safety within your business. And when you start creating income in your business, you then build off of that confidence and trust to then start writing and talking about what it is that you do and putting that out there. And then people start to believe it because you're believing it. So it's a twofold, not threefold, it's a twofold process that I particularly like to see when it comes to helping women in the financial industry with their sales. First part of the sales process is the emotional piece. Money is emotional. You're talking money, whether you're a bookkeeper, CPA, financial advisor, or a planner. You are planning out their future with their finances. So money is emotional. Sales is emotional. Without emotion, people won't buy from us. They feel that emotion, they feel that connection, whether or not they buy from you. Okay. So if I got on here, I know I look a mess today. I haven't slept in 2 days. We have a very cranky toddler. But that doesn't mean that I'm not showing up in my full value and in my full confidence. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm deserving of being here. If I look hella mess, well, so be it, right? I have a 3-year-old. So what are you going to do? But I know that what I do matters and is effective for the women that I'm speaking directly to. Okay. So the emotional connection with your ideal prospect is key. So if you start working on your emotional body, whether it be somatic work or what I focus on, which is emotional intelligence and shifting the belief that, I'm not worthy because I'm not getting consistent sales, to hell yeah, I'm full confidence. I'm trusting myself. I feel safe. Therefore, I'm landing sales. They're easy. They're coming to me and I'm not chasing them. So that's one side of what I like to call the permission process. The other side is then the business strategy, which all of you always seem interested in because it can be very logical. And a lot of you in this group, or those of you who are watching this, come from a very logical space. Finance to you is very logical, but to your buyers, it's very emotional. So we tie the two like a pretzel together, and thus creates the permission process. And when I talk about permission, it's about giving you yourself permission to create more sales in your business. Not me creating more sales in your business, but you, through that trust and safety, combining it with a proven business strategy that creates more sales, more conversions, more clients coming to you. You're not chasing them, they're showing up all around you. You then get to pick who you want to work with. Okay, so this may seem really, really basic, and it may seem like, Brittany, why do I need this? This is, crazy. I thought I was doing this, and that's all well and good. But basic, again, is the foundation of your business. If you want to learn how to get out of the 20%, that low totem pole of converting sales, maybe to 40%, just even 30, or taking a huge leap from 20 to 60, which is what I've been able to help clients with, is get from that 20% to that 60%, generate $5 million in revenue over the last year, and really fully step into the confidence of what they're selling, how they're selling, and who they're selling to, all from these 3 basic points. So the 3 key areas of your sales process that you need is, number 1, rapport building. I jumped on a call, and I said this last week on the training. I jumped on a call with somebody last week who said to me, "So what do you got for me?" There was no rapport building on her end. And I knew right away, this isn't going to be a sale. Because if this person isn't willing to get to know me, they just want to take from me, that is not a sales conversation. Not only am I building rapport in the beginning of the sales conversion call, what I mean by that is, a pre-qualification process that will help you build rapport, talking to the person in between them booking call with you and actually getting on the call, building that rapport. And then when they step on the call, you're asking them, "Hey, so Brittany, how's your day going? What's it been like for you? How are sales actually going for you at this time? How can I be of service to you on this call today?" You're building simple, basic rapport, but you're also getting down and dirty into the directness of what that person might need from you in that conversation. So it could look very different for all of us, but rapport to me is the bread and butter to closing a sale. If I don't have rapport in the very beginning of the conversation, chances are I have lost the sale. Okay, I have lost the sale. That's something to write down. If I don't have rapport in the beginning of the sales conversation, I lost the sale. 2, questions. The specific questions to ask when on a sales call, right? A lot of us don't know what to ask when we get onto our calls. Sure, we might be building rapport in the very beginning, we might be having that dialect back and forth, but then how do you shift someone possibly out of their story, out of what they're telling you, to getting right to the meat and potatoes of why you're actually on the call? Now, you are on that call to see if you might be able to help them. You have no idea. Something could be said and you're like, "Oh no, I actually can't help this person." Or you might be leaning in and saying, "I know that I can for a fact actually help this person." So the questions that you ask are going to be so important when you step onto a sales call. It could be something like, "Why did you jump on this call today?" Right? What's the main problem that you're experiencing right now? What does the solution look like? These type of questions will help you figure out where the client actually is and where they want to go, which ultimately creates what we call the sales gap. Your offer, which is point number 3, closes in on that gap, right? So if we're going to build a bridge, and let's say it's, steel pole by steel pole, if one of those poles breaks, goes missing, melts because it's hotter than Satan's hellhole here in Texas, if any of that goes sideways, sister girl, gone. Right? So bear with me. I have a little bit of a cough and a screaming child in the background. So when it comes to, your offering and you go to make that pitch, after you've answered all of their questions, or you have you have asked all of the questions that you needed to ask per the process that you have personally created, because I truly believe a sales process needs to be in your language, not someone else's, which is exactly what the permission process teaches you to do. Your offer, hopefully, is geared towards their specific gap, right? So they've got this hole that's been created in their business. You fill that hole with the cement, okay? Hole in the sidewalk, you're filling it with cement. That's what your offer does. If you are not effectively communicating what your offer is, or don't know how to offer at the end, that is also something that I love diving into, to be able to communicate exactly what it is that you do, how it helps, why it's important, why it will shift someone's business, their income, you standing out in the industry is exactly what your offer actually is. So I come in to these 3 and help you with all of them, because they are the basics of a sales process and getting you from that 20% conversion rate to maybe 40, 50, 60, 80%, wherever you fall on the scale when it comes to sales. Now, you might not have any clue where you fall on the conversion rate as well. So if you aren't tracking your sales, that's a totally different conversation for another training, because a lot of people forget that you need to track your KPIs and your numbers to figure out, where do I fall on the spectrum when I sell, right? So if you are marketing your services plus this very simple, basic sales process, rapport, questions to ask, your offering, you'll be able to convert some of your prospects into clients. I don't know what that conversion rate will be off the top of my head unless I'm actually in your business. So my approach is simply this basic, very, very much expanded though, when it comes to what I'm going to teach you. And that's exactly why I created my next mastermind coming up here in a couple of weeks on August 15th, called Sell Your Way Mastermind. In Sell Your Way, not only are we going to look at your ideal client, helping you build an emotional rapport with yourself first, and then with said client, looking at how you can start to communicate with them within a sales perspective. So rapport building, the actual sales questions, the offer, how to onboard said client from a sales perspective, how to deliver on sales systems and sales strategies which then we will start to also build off of in your content. Okay, we've got a lot of craziness going on in the background. I apologize, but this is real life and it is what it is. So when you come into Sell Your Way, my focus is a simple, effective sales process. It's going to help you get really clear on how you're communicating with those prospects on the call, questions to ask for them to buy into you as well as what you're offering, and then how to pitch your services so it's a no-brainer for them to buy from you. Okay. I personally would love to know your thoughts on this. And more importantly, if you aren't converting your prospects into clients right now, let's get you on my calendar. Let's get you scheduled for a Sell Your Way audit. Find out what's really going on in the business right now from a sales perspective. Maybe you are writing content and it's just not converting because you're getting on calls and you don't know what to say. Or, you're getting on calls, you're converting some, but you're not converting everyone that you would like. So what's going on in the business? Where are we falling short? Where are we losing out on money or leaving money on the table, especially when it comes to sales? And to remember, again, and I'll say this, and this will be the hill that I will die on, sales is the foundation of your business. Marketing, your services, content, all of that is secondary to your sales process. So again, Sell Your Way Mastermind is open. That is something that I am offering to each and every one of you here in this group. There's an application process to see if you are a fit to come into that group. It's a 90-day program, really focused in on your specific sales process in your own language, not mine. Yes, I will give you a framework, but you are the one that is creating it. I will not sit there and hold your hand to create it because I am not in your skin. I'm not in your body. It's up to you to, take on the framework and then build off of it, right? So, and I say all this with love because this is exactly what I'm doing with one-to-one clients, creating the foundation of their sales process from start to finish. And then they're presenting it back to me and we're building off of their language. So all of this plus more inside that program. We're going to have guest speakers come in. We're going to have what we call integration sessions with said speakers, going to be talking money, marketing, and emotional body work in order for you to have an all-around beautiful experience when it comes to selling your way. Okay. So if any questions or thoughts around this particular training, let me know here in the group or in the chat below here on YouTube. I'm always open for your feedback. And if you are, again, not converting your sales, I'd love to hear from you. And I would nothing more love than to have you book a call, get on my calendar and see how we might be able to work together. All right. That's all I've got for you today. I hope that you're well, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.